Welcome back. With this holiday season, maybe a time where we need to save instead of splurge. Might be difficult for a lot of us because it's the holidays, right? Joining us now to give us some tips, we've got our financial expert, Tony Walls with Town and Country Credit Union. Tony, welcome back to the show. I was going to say happy Monday, but happy Tuesday, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, it kind of feels like a Monday today to me too. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
So talk about some tips here to stay on budget over the, I mean, it's the holiday. It's been a really funky year. Give us some tips to stay on budget.
Well, obviously, one of the first ones to have a budget, and that's so easy to say. It's just, oh, have a budget and don't go over it. But I think it is important. Obviously, this has been 2020. I mean, what can you say? We're entering level 12 now. But when you look at the budgeting, it's just not presents. It's, are you having people over for food? Is there travel expenses? Is there clothing that you get? There's a whole array of things. So as always, the best thing, and it's easier said than done, is just to write down a budget, get a ballpark idea of where you're at. And so you stay within kind of the framework of what you can afford. And you may add some to credit cards a little bit. Let's be honest. Some people do. A lot of people do. I do. And but you want to make sure that it's not overwhelming and that there's a plan to pay that off over time.
Well, that was my next question. So what are your suggestions on creating a holiday budget? Because some people might go, hey, I put together a budget, but it was, $50,000 and they make, 50. So what would you suggest as far as a good budget?
That's a really good question. It's kind of complex because that's going to differ for everyone. My dad always said it's not what you make, it's what you owe. So if you make 50,000, you have no debt, you may be able to spend 5,000. If you make 50,000 and your bills are very high each month and you're just getting by, you probably can't afford to spend so much. So that's going to vary from person to person. The big thing is, especially this year, we want to be close to family. We might want to do extra things, which is great. We just want to make sure that it's not going to handcuff you throughout the entire year.
Some tips for shopping online. I mean, Amazon does such a great job where you just press a button and goes right to that credit card. So any tips on how to save yourself some money online?
And there's some great deals out there. Obviously, a lot of people, especially nowadays, are shopping from home and getting things delivered. One of the tips that I saw was just make sure you don't wait till the 20th and pay like a rush shipping fee. That get expensive. A lot of places you can curbside pick up from a lot of the big stores. So just make sure that you keep that in line with your budget and that you find ways that you're not going to spend extra if you wait till the 20th and try to overnight it. It's going to cost you an extra $20-30. Just make sure that you get a plan, and because every little bit helps this year.
Boy, it really does. What about going out there and you're like, oh, that looks kind of nice for myself? Or any other tips you want to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You got to have a little fun yourself once in a while. If you find something, life's short, get it, but just make sure you don't go too crazy. I'm not going to go out on a whim and buy a new car, although it'd be nice. But if you see something you like, pick it up. You got to make yourself happy too, to a certain extent. So just remember that too. So it shouldn't be all for others. Get a little something for yourself, Chris. Go ahead.
Take away from today, life is short. Tony Walls, I love it. Tony, thank you so much. We appreciate it, my friend.
All right, thanks for having me again, Chris. Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, stick around. We'll be wrapping things up right after this.